All right, SEC West fans. It was a good week one for us, especially if you're an LSU fan, which I am. I do want to caution LSU fans on thinking too much of that Oregon game. Oregon's defense isn't that good. They'll probably get better as the year went by, but as the year goes by, but without their All-American cornerback out the game, and I think that middle linebacker that just got reinstated here, Twitter told me just a little while ago, he's probably all conference from what I understood. So they were out without a lot of people. Uh, so that's a good job as a whole. Auburn almost screwed it up for us. But anyway, LSU leapfrogged Alabama 2-3. I don't. That means nothing. It was funny looking at the Paul Feinbaum show. We're listening to the Paul Feinbaum show and hearing what the fans had to say. They had some pretty pissed off people out there. That doesn't matter at all. Let's look at the games coming up. I don't know. I think the biggest game in the West is between Mississippi State and Auburn, simply because it's between two SEC West teams. One that had a hell of a strange week last week, and Auburn should have lost that game. They were physically beat at the line of scrimmage the whole game. And Mississippi State, who looked like world beaters against Memphis, I think they had a school record offensive showing. The spreads go anywhere 6 to 5.5. Mississippi State favored in that game. I'm telling you guys now. Take Mississippi State, give Auburn 5, 6, maybe you might even be able to give them 10. The game is at Auburn, so yeah, that might mean something. But I'm really looking to Mississippi State to blow this game out. I hope they do, because LSU has to play them the next week on a Thursday night. So I hope they're riding high for that. Alabama, Penn State. Alabama looks to be a 10-point favorite in that game. That's going to be an interesting game, guys, because, if Alabama can get Lacey and Richardson rolling and not rely on the quarterback so much, they'll probably win going away. But if Penn State can get corral those running backs and make them less of a factor and force the game into the quarterback's hands, I'm really interested to see what will happen with that. Because, both quarterbacks, it looks like McCarron's going to be your starter going in. Saban's probably going to play him the whole game, barring some craziness. But I'm real interested to see McCarron with the game in his hands at a hostile environment. Penn State's not what they used to be. If Alabama had their schedule they have this year at any other year, probably it would be one of the hardest in the nation, going to Penn State, going to Gainesville. But let's face it, Penn State's really, they really don't have the horses like they used to. Horses, as we say at the SEC West. So, I don't think, that's the only wild card I got for Alabama is, what their quarterbacks are going to do. Both quarterbacks threw 2 interceptions last week against Kent State, but guys, I wouldn't look into that. Even you Alabama fans, I wouldn't look too deep into that, because, it's their first start. They're probably trying a lot of stuff. They're getting settled down. I do know your quarterback position is one of your main positions that improves the most between week 1 and week 2. So I wouldn't look for a bunch of turnovers. If Alabama does have two turnovers in this game, depending on where they are, maybe Penn State will have a chance. But I wouldn't go any more than 10 at this point in time, considering where it is and who's Alabama's quarterback. But I'd be comfortable at 10. I do believe Joe Pa's got something left, though. Perhaps. But of course, he's playing against Saban. LSU, Ole Miss, Arkansas are pretty much off. Ole Miss playing Southern Illinois, Arkansas, New Mexico, and LSU's playing Northwestern. All those games should be gimmies. I don't think we'll see any more junk like we saw with the Utah State and Auburn game last week, other than maybe Southern Illinois might do something against Ole Miss. I doubt it, though, because they're coming off their loss to BYU, and Houston Nutt is one of the masters at motivating his people. Last note I'd like to make is SEC West has 2 teams in the top 5. Well, hell, 2 teams in the top 3 in the nation. And I don't know if that's going. Well, it's not going to last all year because LSU and Alabama have to play each other. But going into week 2, we're looking pretty solid, and I really look for Mississippi State to do wonders in this game. I hope they do. This is not a hit on Auburn, but if there's a school that deserves something just like Auburn last year, it's Mississippi State. And I don't think Mississippi State's going to win the national championship. I don't think they're even going to win the West this year. But if Mullen can win 8 or 9 games this year, that would be him sustaining something great at Mississippi State, and that would be saying a lot. I would imagine Mullen will be probably coaching at Georgia the next year. I hope not, because I really like Mark Richt, but with Georgia and South Carolina playing this week, if Georgia loses that game, considering what I've heard, he'll probably be gone. I would like to give a shout out to Mark Richt, though, because he finally lost his cool. He finally, in a media conference, I think it was on Monday, he finally lost it after they've been pushing him for a long time. Whereas Les Miles, Nick Saban, Mullen, I think every other coach in America, if they would have took the crap that Rick has taken, and maybe it's deserved, because his teams have become strange in the last couple of years. Seems like after that butt-kicking Alabama put on them in that blackout, it seems to be about the time it started. But he's put up with more crap than he deserves, and he finally blew up. And, I bet he wish he didn't. I don't care if he did or not, but I want to commend him for going as long as he did without blowing up. He's a fine man, and regardless of what happened Saturday, whether Georgia wants to keep him or not, he deserves a place somewhere. And I do hope for that reason Georgia can pull out a win against the old ball coach, and Mark Richt can continue his career and maybe do some more things at Georgia. So with that said, y'all take it easy. And I appreciate y'all listening to my shows and the emails. Email at secwestdudes@live.com. Send me your emails, and I appreciate all the comments. And y'all take it easy and be cool.